previous lessons gave the context of how and why we needed to represent other people's words when we are using them for content or ideas. The methods of citation and referencing were discussed, which is a crucial foundational skill for anyone who writes academically. In this lesson, we will discuss the basics of copyright, the benefits of open access licenses, and how students can use both copyrighted and open licensed material. You will understand what copyright is, learn what information can be used, identify the different types of licenses, and how to correctly attribute resources from open licenses if used and changed. Copyright is a legal concept that grants creators exclusive rights to use, reproduce, and distribute their original works. These rights are granted automatically as soon as the work is created and typically last for a certain period of time, depending on the type of work and the jurisdiction. If you are curious how long a copyright lasts, look at this image and consider that yellow equals life plus 50 years, orange is life plus 70 years, and black is life plus 100 years. The purpose of copyright is to encourage the creation of new works by providing creators with financial incentives and control over how their work is used. This means that only the copyright holder has the right to reproduce, distribute, and display the work. They can also license or sell these rights to others. What happens when a work is licensed? Open access licenses provide a balance between the creator's rights and the public's access to the work. They allow creators to give others the right to use, reproduce, and distribute their work, while also encouraging the sharing of knowledge and collaboration. Their flexibility allows the author to tailor them according to specific needs. By using an open access license, creators can enable others to use their work for particular purposes, such as for non-commercial use, or require that users attribute the work to them. They also allow for the creation of derivative works and can be used to promote innovation and creativity. For example, a researcher can use an open access license to enable others to access and use their research findings, which can contribute to further advancement in the field. Two popular open access licenses are Creative Commons and the GNU General Public License. Creative Commons licenses allow creators to specify how their work can be used, such as allowing non-commercial use or requiring attribution. There are several different types of Creative Commons licenses, such as CC BY, which allows others to use the work as long as they give credit to the creator, or CC BY SA, which allows others to use the work as long as they give credit to the creator and share any derivative works under the same license. If you are interested in knowing more about how Creative Commons licenses work, you can look at our MOOC using OER in Teaching. The GNU General Public License, or GPL, is a license used for software that guarantees the users the freedom to run, study, share, and modify the software. GPL is considered a copyleft license, which means that any derivative work must also be licensed under the GPL. This ensures that the software remains free and open source for everyone to use, modify, and distribute. If you are developing content in the form of code, then you might consider knowing more about the GNU licenses. Can students use copyrighted materials legally? Students can use copyrighted materials through the legal concept of fair use or by obtaining permission from the copyright holder. Fair use allows for using copyrighted material for certain purposes, such as criticism, commentary, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, or research. However, It's important to keep in mind that fair use is determined on a case-by-case basis and can be difficult to navigate. Obtaining permission from the copyright holder is another option, typically involving requesting permission and, in some cases, paying a fee. For example, as a student, you can contact the copyright holder of a book and get permission to use an excerpt for a research paper. A typical case. The creators usually allow you to reuse parts of their works for free if kindly asked, if you are providing specifics of your work, if you are explaining the importance of their excerpts in it, and if you are not asking for a large portion of an excerpt, and if you don't have a commercial purpose. Using openly licensed material is generally much simpler than using copyrighted material. For example, when using a work licensed under Creative Commons Attribution, CC BY, you must give credit to the creator and your work is done. A photographer can use a CC BY license to allow others to use their images as long as they give credit to the photographer who shared it. Suppose the license is Creative Commons Attribution Non-Commercial Share-alike, CC BY and CSA. Then, on top of giving credit to the creator, you are also compelled to license your new work with the same license and can't use it for commercial purposes as well. Under the GNU GPL, users have the freedom to run, study, share, and modify the software. For example, the Linux operating system, a widely used open source software, is licensed under the GPL, allowing programmers worldwide to advance the system potential, helping each other to progress on others' results. In conclusion, copyright and open licenses are essential for properly using intellectual property. You should know your rights and responsibilities when using copyrighted and open licensed material. The use of open licenses can encourage collaboration, knowledge sharing, and creativity. It's important to be familiar with the different types of open access licenses, such as Creative Commons and the GNU General Public License, and use them according to their terms. By understanding these concepts, you can use copyrighted and open license materials legally and ethically.